Fall is one of the best seasons to travel to Japan. It gets much cooler and it gets easier to travel across Japan on foot. It's also the beautiful season with autumn leaves. But Japan's island chain is pretty long. The best season for each region is different. And also depends on when in fall you come to Japan. The appropriate clothes and what to pack in your suitcase is also different. So in this video, I'd like to go over the best season to visit different places, and also I'd like to go over some travel tips for fall so you can have a successful trip to Japan. First, let's see the most important thing for fall travel, the temperature and weather. The temperature is significantly different from September to December. Weather tends to be cold and the daylight time gets shorter too. So let's see the highest temperature of September to December as an example. For beginning of the September, it was around 33 degrees, so it's still like a midsummer. And end of September, the highest degree of the day can be 28 or so. Still there are some days that can reach 30 degrees. And October, it started to go down a little bit and highest will be around 27. Still you can stay with the short sleeve. And end of October can be around 22 degrees. Finally, it started to be like a real fall. But the lowest temperature of the day significantly drops. On September, the lowest of the day can be around 19 degrees. November, 6 degrees, and December, 0 degrees. So differently from October, if you go out on the cold day, you need a long sleeve or even jacket. Kyoto is similar to this weather in Tokyo. Kyoto is a little bit more hotter in summer and can be a little colder in winter. So you might wonder what you should bring with you on your suitcase for the clothes. Checking the menu site, it seems like the temperature that draws the line of short sleeve and long sleeve is 25 degrees. So from the number I said, for last year's record, it was about end of October is the time you start to wear the long sleeve. Again, the morning or night can be much cooler, but the best idea is to bring something you can put on like a jacket or... And also this is Tokyo. If you go to like a mountain region or northern Japan, it can be much colder. And that will reflect to the season of the autumn leaves, so I'll talk about that later. And from the end of November, you definitely need a coat or a down jacket. And this changes every year. Some year it can be cold much earlier, but generally change to long sleeve in late October and start to wear the jacket or coat in end of November. Front line of the autumn leaves come from north to south or from mountain to the coastal area. And before all the autumn leaves season come to all over Japan, in mountain area northern Japan, the snow starts. So let me talk about the snow first. Usually Tokyo doesn't get much snow, so let's pick Sapporo, Aomori, and Niigata's Toyama city as a sample of the snowing area. Last year, first snowfall in Sapporo was November 11th, but usually the first snow melts. So what is more important is the snow that stays until next spring. Usually, as average of the past 30 years, it's December 6th is the first day that snowfall comes that never melt until next spring. And as average, snow doesn't melt until April 2nd of next year. And this is Sapporo city in Hokkaido. And for Aomori, December 14th. And for the Niigata, which is much closer to Tokyo, December 16th, and it continued until April 11th. Well, even in Niigata or Nagano, it's not everywhere that covered with snow. For example, Nagano city, I went on the Zenkoji and I filmed, but it's not a really usual thing that you see lots of snow in the Nagano city. But once you go to mountain area, there are lots of ski resorts like Shigakogen, Nozawa, Hakuba, and there's a deep snow area. So this is not a fall topic, but usually if you are expecting kind of snowy wonderland, you might want to wait until the end of December. And something we want to see snow is the snow-capped Mount Fuji. So usually as average, the first snowfall on the top of the Mount Fuji is October 2nd. The more later, it's more guaranteed that you can see snow-capped Mount Fuji. And also in Japan, December or January or midwinter has more sunny days. This is the data of the average sunny date from the past years. September, October can be a little more rainy, and November, December, there's more possibility of being sunny. And again, this is about the possibility, so there's no guarantee. So now I'd like to go over the major spots across Japan and see when is the best season to be there. And before that, as you look for autumn activities in Japan, the convenient site to take a look at is today's sponsor, Klook. Klook is an online travel site that you can find lots of different activities in Japan, and also you can get train tickets, rail passes, and the many activities from the theme parks to observatory in one site. Now Klook is doing a mid-year sale, and you can find a great deal on the site. And even after the sale, you can find lots of different deals, so it's a great site to take a look at it. Especially for activities like observatory or theme park, you can collect all the tickets in one site. Many facilities, you can just show the QR code on your phone and enter. And with this Klook site, this time I went to Tokyo Skytree. So Tokyo Skytree is the tallest observatory in Tokyo. You can go up to 350 or 450 meters height. I looked through the different tickets on the Klook site, and this time I got the ticket for the 350 meters of observatory that comes with one alcohol drink. Now let's go to the Tokyo Skytree. It's very easy to redeem the ticket. Either you purchase the ticket on the PC site or app. You can open the app and click the trip from the bottom and show the QR code from the list of activities. Some facilities you can enter with the QR code on the app, and Tokyo Skytree you can exchange with the paper ticket. I showed the QR code to the staff of Skytree, and no question asked. I could get paper tickets smoothly. It was very easy. If you are only going to the 350 meters observatory and going to get a drink anyway, the set ticket is a great deal. For some purchases on Klook, you might be able to use my coupon code KENCHANKLOOK, so please try to type it when you check out. Under the Skytree, you can see the operator of the Skytree, Tobu. When it comes to Tobu, it's known for the train to Nikko, and Nikko is a very popular destination for fall travel. And good ticket, or also a must-get ticket when you go to Nikko, is the Tobu's Nikko Pass all area. And in the official site of the Tobu, you can only get for 4,700 yen or so, but for the Klook site you can get for 30% off, which is a great deal. So if you have a chance, please take a look at the Klook site. Thank you Klook for sponsoring this video. Now let's see when is the best season to visit each places. If you are going to the Hokkaido or like a Furano area, in some places the autumn leaves start from September, and in Tohoku area, in like a deep mountain area like in Aomori, it can be end of September to October too. And even in Tohoku, if you go to a more southern area or in the flat area, it can be end of October to November. And in Tokyo, autumn leaf is probably the latest, and it is November to early December. In Tokyo, you can also see lots of different places for autumn leaves. Basically, wherever there are lots of trees, you can see. But especially beautiful places like Gaenmai Street with lots of ginkgo trees. What my favorite was like a Gotokuji and Kuhonbutsu. And a great place to make a day trip for autumn leaf is Mount Takao. If you go to like a route D or a mountain route, you can see lots of trees. If that is difficult, you can also take a cable car or ropeway to go up to the mountain. And another great place for autumn leaf around Tokyo is Nikko. But Nikko's autumn leaf is very early. It starts from the end of September and it finishes within October. For example, this is a picture from October 4th and it's already fully colored. And this one is October 21st in Nikko. The color wasn't fully changed near Nikko station, but in deeper side of the Nikko above the mountain, the autumn leaves were already finished. And now let's see the most popular destination for day trip near Tokyo, Lake Kaguchiko and Chureito area. So they do the autumn festival, like a light up of the autumn trees. Last year they did October 26th to November 20th. You don't have to worry too much about missing it, unlike cherry blossom. Cherry blossom is really difficult because it will be only 1 week, but in the fall season, depends on the trees or depends on the area, it can be really variety of different kind of colors. So unless you really miss the season big, you can see beautiful autumn colors somehow. And now let's see more mountain area. So last year I went to Kamikochi on the last day of October, and as you see in this photo, it was the end of the autumn leaves. So usually if you like to see the autumn footage, you like to go in October. So last year I visited Kamikochi in October 31st and I saw this beautiful autumn footage. But at the same time, depending on the kind of trees, the leaves already fell and it was too late. So if you are going to Kamikochi for autumn footage, you might want to go to Kamikochi by mid-October or so. Unfortunately, this year's fall information hasn't come up yet, as it's still kind of July when I'm filming this. So after as it come out, description, I'll put information in the description. So description of this video will be very important. So for Takayama and Kanazawa, I'd like to go over in the description section. And somewhere most popular to visit in fall is Kyoto. The autumn leaves are beautiful as it is in the nature, but it's even more beautiful when it matches with the traditional building of Kyoto or historical area. And Kyoto's autumn season is usually a little earlier than Tokyo. This is Kyoto's Jojakoji Temple. It was October 25th, but trees are still green, and I could see a little bit of the colors turning into the red or yellow. And this is November 14th in Okazaki in Kyoto. So it was a windy day and it looks like the peak of the autumn leaves. And for West Japan, somewhere very popular destination is Miyajima in Hiroshima. And the peak season for the autumn leaf is from mid-November to end of November. So as you saw, some places the autumn leaves start in September, some places start in November. So this means in case you have a specific places you want to visit, you might want to pay attention to the date, but probably you already have the ticket for the whole trip. So in that case, whenever you visit Japan, there is a place you can see autumn leaves. Autumn is a great season to eat the food too. Sweet potato and apple, persimmon, and also chestnuts. And also it's a great season for like a grape in early October. There's something fun to go is the fruit picking. In some places like in Saitama or Yamanashi, there are lots of different places that you can pick the grape and eat. That's also a fun thing to do. And also fall is the season for festival. Especially in October, there are lots of major festivals. Near Tokyo, there's a Kawagoe festival on October 19th and 20th. And in Takayama, the Takayama Autumn Festival on October 9th and 10th. And in Kyoto, in October 22nd, there's a Jirai Matsuri Festival, kind of showcasing the long history of Kyoto. Again, fall can be a top busy season for leisure. So something you can do about it is either avoid the Japanese holiday, go to a little bit off the beaten path. Autumn is the season, lots of national holiday in Japan. Weekday and weekend makes a big difference. So some top destination can be already busy with the tourists from different countries, but in addition to that, Japanese people rush to there. So it might be difficult to change the date of travel, but if you have some allowance to move around in your itinerary, you might want to avoid going to the top busy place, like using ropeway or going to theme park on the weekend. And one thing you can do is probably choosing either real off the beaten path, going to the place where people don't go, or for example, if you go to Kyoto, in the Kyoto city, you choose a really different place that not many people goes. And a good site to see the autumn leaves in Kyoto is this Japanese site called Soda Kyoto Eco, operated by JR Central. I couldn't find an English version of this. This site is every year they are updating the latest information of the autumn leaves. And this site is great so you can find the best spot to go on the day you are in Kyoto. And also it takes you to the off the beaten path. There are so many temples that are unfamous in it. So you can pick some top places that looks like a peak season. It can be very small little temple, but you can find that off the beaten path. They only have the last year's version and they haven't had a new version yet. So when it comes out, I'd like to put it on the description. And there are some tips that you may want to know about the fall trip. And fall is a typhoon season. Honestly, there's not much we can do about typhoon. When it comes and the train stops. And if you are going to like a mountain area and see the weather or the typhoon information, the weather can be very severe. So that is something you might want to be careful. And also, the sun starts to set very early. So for example, in September 1st, the sunset 6:08, and October 1st, sunset 5:25, which is almost 40 minutes earlier than early September. And on November 1st, the sunset 4:46, again 40 minutes earlier than early October. And on December 1st is 4:28, and this is the earliest sunset in the year. So it doesn't go earlier than this. So usually in summer, after the sunset, there's a kind of twilight time that you see the skies are kind of purple and it's getting gradually dark. But in winter, there's no such a time, like it gets just sunset and dark. But because of that, you can see beautiful illumination usually starts in December. And again, the sunset time is different, depends on where you are in Japan. So for example, in October 1st, and in Sapporo, sunset at 5:16. In Fukuoka, it's 6:03. So in Fukuoka, sunset 30 minutes later than Tokyo. And at last, some location like Kamikochi or Alpine route close in winter. To be precise, you can visit, but there's no public transportation and you definitely have to carry winter gear for the safety. And again, if you like to see snow scenery, I recommend to go after mid-December. So whenever you come in fall, there is something to see in Japan. So in this channel, I'm exploring the Tokyo and different parts of Japan, including the major spot to the off the beaten path. If you like the content of Japan travel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.